What's your name, by the way? Ah, wait. Recording in progress.
Yeah.
Wait, I have to
you have
press
to
on the
OK or something that you are allowed to record it.
Yeah, they ask me if I understand it.
Did you?
Yes. All right.
Hi, Nico.
Hello. I just want to ask you, how do you pronounce your name? It's Ere?
Ere.
Ere.
Yes.
Okay.
Ere. Like
Ere.
in Estonia, we say hello, tere, with T in front. Tere,
All
Ere.
right.
Hello, Ere.
Okay. Hello, Ere.
Yes. Hello, Nico.
Hi.
How is in Dutch hello?
Sorry?
How is in Dutch hello in your language?
You can use hallo with an A.
Oh.
Hallo.
Hello.
Or dag.
Oh, it's too. Hello sounds better. Hello, Nico.
Hello is fine. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Nice to see you and in online finally.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah.
Now we have shared some emails, long and short ones.
Yeah, you always promise to write short email, right?
Yeah, but often it doesn't happen.
Apparently.
Yeah, and sometimes no answer or reply also happens.
Yeah.
I was just recently talking with someone in WhatsApp, I don't know, from Africa, and we had beautiful open conversation, but it suddenly finished and there wasn't any questions, and I wasn't replying because there wasn't any questions and no replying happened. And after 2 days, he sent eyes emoticons, like no question, but just eyes. Then I thought that maybe I write that, are you waiting something, or what does it mean? But still no reply happened. And today he wrote that is everything okay, because he was worried.
Okay.
When there is a me, it's always like worrying and overthinking, and when there is no playing. But yeah, it is always like what's happening. No one's doing anything.
That's it. That's maybe the weird thing for most of the apparent people, that there is no doer. So nobody does something, or that's the I think the most because the feeling, when there is the feeling of being a person, they really feel like they are doing that body. So they can't imagine how it is when there is no doer anymore, or whatever they imagine, it will never be this. Apparently.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much you imagine this, it doesn't happen. You can't imagine this. This is too simple and too ordinary. And when there is a doer, it automatically thinks that here is doer also, and it can't like see other ways than to be a doer or knower. How is there about knowings?
Sorry?
How is there about knowings? Are you a knower? Do you know about anything?
I don't know anything. I really don't know anything. Knowing can arise. Of course. But there is no one who knows something.
No one separate to know something.
No, it's very direct. It's very direct. Everything is just, and from the moment when it's there, it's almost already gone. So there is a kind of knowing that can arise. So it's a good thing if if there is the impulse to drink coffee, then the knowing arrives to how to make coffee, but nobody's doing it. So from the perspective of the person, it's like they have a knowledge bank, right? Like they have a shelf, a bookshelf with full of knowledge, and they can take whenever they need something of that shelf. But when the illusion is no more, nobody knows something. So it's like this. apparently.
Yeah, it's always apparently.
Yeah, but it's a bit exhausting if we have to use every time the word apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently. I don't do it so much because talking about this in second language, and then you have to think about to express it correctly, then it's not so flowy. So, and I don't care at all. I'm not the speaker, I'm not the teacher, so I don't have to control. No. But when I'm doing one-on-ones, then I'm more like saying more often this apparent and seemingly and the story.
Yeah, everything is only apparent. So
yeah.
So from now on, we use apparently.
Time to time, if it happens, if it arises.
How is it to give one-on-ones? Maybe you can give an introduction of very short introduction to what non-duality. Of course, it isn't something, but you can do, or if you want, of course, give an introduction to this, which is already everything.
Yeah, how to talk about nothing. It's like,
good question.
Yeah, it's like nothing and everything at the same time. And the most simple way to say it, there is no separation, there is not two. So no one separate, no one above, no one below, no hierarchy. There is no one. This says, I think, a lot. But
of course,
for the apparent others, apparent me's, there have to be like much more explanations, and they try to understand. So we are speaking about this so many different ways, like million different ways. Everyone have like different, not language, but the words we prefer to use. Different flavor. And I think saying or talking about this and listening this for the seeker, it works like the mantra. It's like I don't know, maybe reprogramming the mind, this program that you are running, that you are listening constantly, that there is no one, you are not the doer, you're not the knower, you don't know anything. And whatever it is, it's always full and complete and perfect. But this illusion of me collapse when it collapses. No one can do nothing.
Of course, there's no effort to this.
Yeah. Because there was never me, just this illusion, just this energy, contracted energy, or.
But it's a bit like you said, when there's the feeling of being a person. They're not doing it, of course, because that's also what seems to happen, but they turn everything into a concept. So, and they will use the concept to apply them to their life, or what they believe, what their life is, of course. Of course, they are not doing it, but for them, it can only be a concept. So I think it's, if I do one-on-one, of course, no one's doing this. The word I is still used.
Same here.
It's a lot easier to talk, of course. But the most common, if there is such a thing, of course, but the most common thing I've heard, I guess, is for them, it's a belief. It's a belief system. Yeah. But
another belief system.
Yeah, of course.
One. What's next after that?
The next, give it to me. Yes, give it to me. Yeah, it's a belief, and no matter if they don't have to believe any word of this, because if they believe it or not, it probably won't change a thing. Because then there is an apparent person who believes there is no person.
Exactly, yeah. And there is a me who thinks there is no me, or believes there is no me. Me is doing this believing, but when the me is collapsing, at least here, all beliefs collapsed also, or faded, whatever words. Like no one wasn't here anymore holding on all these different beliefs, and then noticing that oh fuck, I don't know anything. Like 2 months ago, I knew it. It was simple, like something. And now recognizing that not anymore, it's not surprise anymore here that there is no knowings or memory. And but yeah, at first it was like fun. Ooh. I don't know, or maybe sometimes it arises like when speaking with husband, and well, he's not my husband, we are spiritually married, but I like to call him like this, like automatically saying like this is this way or this is like that, and then second later I'm saying, oh, I don't know. It was like so automatic that you have said million times or something, I don't know.
At the end, it's all just a story, so
yeah,
it really doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah. Everything's
That's what's
a
happening.
story.
Yeah. Apparently. There it goes.
Yeah.
In the story of time, how long is it ago that you died, so to speak? That the eye, is it 1 year, 2 years for you?
I can say about half year ago, it was this final collapse, and I haven't heard this message even 1 year. So I heard it very short time. But
you died very quickly.
yeah. I thought also that it was like a couple of months period only, but I don't know. Maybe you know also like this that when it happens, you don't know it happened because there is no one who is registering that there is no me anymore.
Yeah,
so it's so gradual. And now looking back, this story is changing all the time. Now it seems like this collapsing of me have been like all my life almost, and the more actively a couple of years. But I didn't know anything about this message, this communication. Here wasn't any seeking. This one didn't want to find enlightenment. There wasn't no ideas. So I wasn't seeking. But I noticed that things started to change in Ere. How Ere used to be all her life and suddenly it wasn't, like more than 1 year ago.
Okay.
So pretty newborn baby, so to speak. Yeah. Because yeah, you had this 4 years ago about.
I really don't know. I don't think in the story of time there's no real memory of it, but I guess maybe 2 years or something like that. Yeah, something. That this when the illusion of I is no more, there's really no memory or how it was to be a person, so to speak. Yeah. So the only thing I sometimes arises is that it was a disappointment when when I apparently collapsed. There was really a sense of disappointment at the time. So it's not something that happens, of course, but
that disappointment was because it was like too ordinary, or you wanted to gain something, to be special.
It's hard to say, but before there was a spiritual search, and there really was the belief that I was on a path to something very special. Yeah, that's mostly when you're feeling like a person. They live in that apparent world with some things are special and this isn't special, but I want that special thing. Yeah, all kind of strange beliefs. Maybe not enlightenment, because I didn't understand what enlightenment means. And sometimes they talk about in spiritual circles about enlightenment, but I was sure when I still had a life that it had to be something special. And the disappointment was that what really was longing and searching for was already all the time. It was already this. Yeah. So that's, and somehow one could say that it's so stupid in a way, because how did you never could see that this was already the case? That's a bit yeah. And then but that also did go away. Yeah. So that's how it was, apparently.
Disclaimer, apparently.
Yeah.
The me is special. Me
yeah.
itself is special, even if it doesn't think that it's special enough. So it wants to get more knowings and this blissfulness or no suffering. But I think that me doesn't want this. It's too simple and too ordinary. But he can't do also nothing, because when the search is there, the seeking is there, it can't do nothing to than just seeking and searching
it's
about this or whatever. It is just what happens.
Of course, yeah.
So you can't force this to happen, and you can't. What is the opposite?
You can't escape it.
Yeah.
One could say, yeah. But it's like you said, the apparent me doesn't want this, because when the illusion of me or I or whatever you call it is no more, there's no escape of anything.
Yeah.
Then it's full on.
Yeah.
Everything when the moment there is frustration here, there is bam, frustration. Sometimes it can what's appearing to happen, I can really be frustrated. Yeah. For one day, sometimes 2 days. Yeah, it's really but the movement of trying to escape is no more, of course.
Yeah.
But the me lives in that special apparent world where it believes, it's more than a belief, of course, but it can escape to the next better experience or whatever it's longing for at that time. But that's basically it. Me always searching for a better experience, to feel better, and to believe that there is a certain state where you have everlasting bliss or happiness or whatever bullshit. Of course, nothing wrong with it, but if you look at all that spiritual stuff, it's always about everlasting bliss, right? It's like bathing in bliss. It's like you have a rainbow or a whole spectrum of different colors, and the apparent me only wants one thing out of it. Yeah, the rest I cannot use that, but this I want. Yeah. And it will never happen. It will never happen that it's everlasting bliss. It always will be everything.
Yeah, it's bliss and shit constantly. Whatever it is. And there is no experiencer when the me falls away. Like it's yes, the me don't want the suffering, but the me wants to experience good stuff. But the sad part is there is no one anymore, so there is no suffering, but there is also no good things to experience. Of course, everything happens, but no one claiming anything. So nothing special anymore, and no one special.
There's no differentiation between this or that anymore. It's like a bit. It's all equal, sort of speak. Yeah. It's not for the me, I guess.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Me wants good stuff.
Yeah. I want to hold on to that. Yeah. Give me the good stuff, and I'm sure I can hold on to that. And when something not good is happening, I want to push it away. That's basically what's happening when the illusion of I is there, so to speak. Yeah. Holding on to the good stuff and pushing the bad stuff away. Believes it can do that. So.
And how you can experience if there is only good? How you know that when there is only bliss, then that's bliss? I think after a couple of minutes you are like, oh, give me something else. This bliss was like a couple of minutes good, or days, I don't know. But then it's like ordinary, and then you want, this is the experience of life. This human life is like beautiful and perfect, and there is no escape from this experience.
No, and it will always be everything.
Yeah.
The whole spectrum, so to speak. Yeah. Not one certain piece of the cake. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. All the rainbow, all the storms.
Yeah. How is it for you to give when there is the feeling of being a person, if you're doing one-on-one, do you do that a lot with people, or
Do I what?
give one-on-ones?
Yes.
One-on-one, Zoom or Skype or?
Yeah, I do. I do Zooms. Yeah, in a Zoom.
Okay. Yeah, mostly one-on-one then, or?
Yeah. One-on-ones.
Okay. And do people come back, or?
It depends. Some have been only once. Some have been more.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Mm.
And I don't know. I really love to talk about this and do this one-on-ones to listen these stories shortly, but not digging in. But the me, of course, want to express whatever have happened, starting from the childhood and so on and so on. All the storybook. But when it's like directly said that this is just a story, and even when there have been like lots of questions before one-on-one, then after a short talk, usually most questions are falling away.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to watch all this different unraveling or whatever is happening. As no one is doing anything. No one is not coming to the one-on-one. Everything is what happens, and this is just reflecting that this is just what happens. No one is doing it.
Of course, yeah. But for the person, that's how it arises here. Most of the time, when there's the feeling of being a person, they always expect to get something out of it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the bell rings, there's nothing for them to get. It's when they realize, so to speak, it's an empty shop.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, that's how it goes here. They don't come back because they're searching for something. Maybe they don't know what to search or what they are searching for. But when then they realize that there's nothing for them to get, or there's nothing to apply or whatever, most of the time then it's finished. So it can be like that, apparently. But it's nice to talk about this, which cannot be known. It can be
talked about. It's nice to talk about. You can't talk about.
It's a bit like you wrote in it was your sentence in the email you wrote. It's like a bird song to my ears or something.
Yeah.
So it's a nice way to put it. One could say. Yeah.
Before he was like wanting to understand what they are talking about, to put it to some concept or some knowing box, and when it was heard that you never get it, then I said, fuck it, I don't want it. Or if it happens, then it happens. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. It was just like surrendering, but not that Ere was surrendering. I was laying on the couch and it was natural, whatever happening. So but here I think mostly people have heard this message much longer time than Ere, that they even know what Ere will going to answer, so they know that here is nothing on offer. So mostly this way it's seemingly more easy.
Yeah,
there is not that kind of disappointment. Of course, some have, like I had one-on-one when one person, older man, was listening this already 10 years. So, and I just started to doing one-on-ones. I had done only couple until that time. And almost first question was, so how many have fallen away in your one-on-ones? How many persons? I said none. It was like my third or fourth talk in one-on-ones. Like this is saying something. If there are lots of apparent me's who have fallen away, or none. So if there is none, then you're not good, maybe.
Yeah, you have to put out the statistics. So I did so many one-on-ones, and then this is the curve. How many did die during that one-on-one?
Yeah,
so to see
it's important.
if it's yeah, of course, it's very important. Yeah, it's a bit the same. The feeling of being a person wants to get something out of it, but it will never happen, of course.
Yeah, the message is you don't get it, and you don't get anything about it. There is no one who could get anything out of it.
No, of course. Here it was also frustration when I still had a life, and I've walked a spiritual path, and then I came across, like I said in the email, I came across Tony Parsons. So yeah, and there was so much frustration.
Here also.
How many times did he say, "You will never get it"? You still want to get it. There's nothing to get. But it's appearing like that. But there was a lot of frustration then, because it's, for the person, it always seems like you have something which I don't.
Something special here.
Yeah, and it's not. It's almost like you can say it's the opposite, because there is something, the feeling of being a person, which is no more. Yeah. So it's almost like the opposite of it. Nobody reached something, of course. It's the end of the reacher, or the one who wants to reach something. Yeah. But but Tony Parsons, that was something, right?
Something. Tony and Jim, and as I said, I wasn't seeking anything, but my husband was showing me different videos. What's this one? What's this one? I was watching like 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, and then I can't listen it. There was so much frustration. I don't know, was it the contraction of me energy? Was it for saving this me that don't listen this, I want to leave? Or I don't know what it was. It's all a story that I'm creating right now. But very, very short time, and almost I didn't listen anything. But all these, what I was hearing, they were seemingly helpful, because I the me understood better what's going on, because there was different processes when there wasn't like no meaning. I don't have any purpose. I just found my life purpose when I was 37, 30 years old. And I lost it, like with a couple of months, everything blew out the window. And I was sitting on my husband's lap, and I wasn't crying, but my mouth was like this, and like a couple of weeks like this. Everything was seemingly okay, but here was like, I don't have any meaning. It's so meaningless. What I'm going to do with my life, or my life.
Your life.
Yeah, illusion.
Yeah.
Or it was my life, and my story, and my suffering, and me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the most important. How one could say it's like when there's the feeling of being a person. Me is the most important thing in the universe, almost, because everything happens
around me.
Yeah, sure.
For me, and because of me, and
it's like that, huh?
Yeah.
And
to lose all this, and to lose all this specialness and importantness.
Yeah, that's
that me had. Yeah, and then you are like nothing. Yeah, empty.
It's nothing left. But when nothing is left, there is also everything. Apparently.
Nothing excluded.
That's why the apparent me doesn't want this, because it's sometimes they say it's when they talk about what they call non-duality, it's nihilism, but I don't know how to explain or translate in English.
Something nihilism, or
it has nothing to do with it. It's just it's all inclusive. Nothing is excluded. But the term, of course, when they use the term non-duality, most of the time, the people, of course, that's also what's happening and there's nothing wrong with it. But most of the time when they use the term non-duality, it has nothing to do with it. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are apparently using that term non-duality.
Yeah, of course, in spiritual rings
yeah.
also. So, good to say that we are one, and but come here, pay me 800 and I show you how to be a one.
I will teach you then.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. And
everything is already one, but we left you out.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah.
we did forgot you, but if you pay good money, I will show you how to get there.
It's business. It's good business, and nothing wrong with anything. I have to say that, because here it's like clear that nothing wrong and no one's doing anything, but you have to like say it also to the apparent others that really nothing wrong with anything, even with these teachings. Although this one can't listen any teachers and no resonance at all. And that first year was also frustration for the spiritual teachers, as Ere thought that spiritual teachers are like closer to the enlightenment. And when it happened here, that and it was a disappointment, because they didn't they promised something, but just hope, selling hope, it's business. And
but you did never graduate. No one's graduating.
Yeah, and they are also, the teachers are still students also, so going to the gurus and taking another practice, and yeah, it is as it is. Yeah,
of course, there's nothing wrong with it.
Did you meditate before?
Sorry,
did you meditate also before, when you were in a meditate?
Meditate. Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah. There was a time, an apparent time, of course, when I did meditate 5 times a day. 5 times a day. 5 times a day. Yeah. I wanted to be very special. Yeah. It cannot be otherwise, of course. It was like that. And then there was really the belief that it's now, it's not clear, of course, because when it's seen, it has nothing to do with clarity. But then, the belief that there was something to get is what drives the apparent me. I will get it, or I will get there. But when everything is this already, where is there to get? But meditation happens. A lot. You know what's the big joke about meditation sometimes? Then that's what they call the mind. It's really peaceful then, or quiet, or whatever. And then when your doorbell rings when you are meditating, then you get instant frustration. That is not the time. I'm meditating. This is important to get lost, or something like that. So it
seems to like never work in this way, as the person will want that it makes you very blissful and you don't get agitated, and it's just in that time when it's happening, the mind is without thoughts. It's good for the brain. Nothing wrong with the meditations, but to get somewhere with this is
it's also to get something. And what's really longed for is already this all the time. But when they cannot see it, they cannot see it, of course. So but nothing will bring you closer to this, which is already this, of course. Or how could it? It's it's
like no that already. So. There is no space. There is no movement. Nowhere to go. When there is no time, then nothing will happen. It's not in the future. There is no future. This is already.
Did you try to meditate? Or
I tried a little bit for time with Ayurveda practice, but it didn't. I'm not so calm. I can't sit just, and but I tried a couple of times.
Mm.
But here was husband was doing it like every day, almost every day, and it was like something that he had to do. Otherwise, it wasn't good.
Yeah,
something
can be
was
like
missing.
that. Yeah. It's funny now if you see it actually does nothing, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit quieter for a while, but that's it.
And no one wasn't even doing this meditation. Like you wasn't doing this meditation 5 times a day. It was also what happened. Crazy.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a way, one could say so.
Yeah. So it's like good news and bad news. You never did anything wrong, but you never did anything good also. Here was like a thought all my life, as I was heard also from my mom and others, that Ere is very like a good person, never hurts anyone and want only good. And when this happened, then I noticed that when I was like running, there were ants crossing the road, and I automatically jumped. I never killed any animals, but there was the story that Ere, the me, was this good person. But then when this happened, it was like seen that no, it's just something that body automatically does. No one is doing it. No one isn't a good person. That's the story.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that's also the difficulty for the apparent me, or when you're feeling like being a person, it's that when the illusion of I is no more, this body can't be here anymore. Like it's for the apparent person, the I and the body is like one. The one can't go without the other, one could say. Yeah. Or this body can't do anything when there is no I anymore. Yeah. Because when there is no I anymore, this body can't live anymore, so to speak. Or but that's definitely not the case.
Because I think that life is how to say, it is showing the me that there is no me, like in so many situations, like when you are lost in the playing some piano or drums or dancing or laughing, there is no one present. When you are driving with the car, like and you notice that, oh my god, how I got here. I drove like 20 kilometers and I even don't know. Last picture was 20 kilometers before. And there wasn't anyone doing this. Even you don't drive the car, this illusion, this is also just what happens. Like lots of people are worrying that, or when they hear this message that, oh, what then gonna happen when there is no one? Does it mean that I go and rob the bank because there is no one, or kill someone, or like the me comes up with so much stupid ideas to prevent this happening. The me wants only to survive. The me needs the continuity, the life after death, and all these kind of stories, beliefs and hopes and so on. But
of course, it's in a way it's funny because of course it's nothing wrong with it, but like the example you give, I've heard it before when I give of course I'm not giving it, what's happening is in one-on-ones. So when there's no me to control anything, so I can go out and rob a bank or whatever, but it's already it's already the case.
Or what is going to happen with my family, with my elder wife who needs taking care of, or my young child. And I'm saying like no one wasn't doing this still this far. So what is going to happen? Nothing.
It's already like this.
They don't hear it. There is still the fear that the mind is doing this. Protecting maybe,
yeah, but the craziest ideas can can arise then, apparently. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that the me is real is also the idea, although it
Sorry?
is like the idea of me is also just a thought.
It's
idea of me, but it's felt the real felt sense, the feeling that I
it's
somewhere located here, or for the men it's so often in dead.
Yeah, it's not just a thought, of course, because otherwise when they could believe there is no me, that would say that it would change something, which isn't the case, of course. It's not just a thought.
Yeah,
something energetic,
because beliefs are changing very often. When one belief
Yeah.
doesn't work anymore, although it was the best or the final truth or whatever, and when it doesn't work for the me, then it finds another belief, so another idea, another thought. But this is something that the mind, or the brain have evolved, I think, in this frontal cortex, or when the child was 1.5 years old, about when this me,
that's what
so-called, developed.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah.
They have also done some, what is the word in English? Scientific, did some experiments for the child.
Right.
They put something to the ear or nose, I don't remember.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah. And
did red dots
So it showed that child until that kind of age didn't know that he's separate. So it developed by this sense of that this is me, I am that old, this is my mother, this is my cat, this is my home, this is my friend, my, and it goes bigger for a time.
Yeah. Everyone is also feeding the dream, or confirming that you are a real person. Yeah, that's apparently how it goes. Cannot be otherwise, of course.
It happens constantly.
Yeah. And then when you met somebody where there is no one, nobody is feeding that dream anymore. That's guess the a bit of the frustration of the apparent person also, because they are not getting that confirmation. Yeah, that's
and then you are weird or boring, nothing to talk with you.
Yeah, most of the time weird. Yeah. That's how it is here when I talk to people, or they, because they held on to all that belief, that whole belief system, and they have so much how do you say that, convictions, or in English, or thoughts or ideas, what about respect and this and that, and but it isn't, it's a dreamt reality, but of course they can't see it, they cannot see that. So when there is a conversation, most of the time they see this or that as a person, of course, and then you are a weird person. So what?
It seems like this illusion or dream never stops. You may be awake inside this dream, but life goes on, and and the story doesn't end. And here is no interest of talking about what happened apparently in the future in the story. But sometimes story can arise, and it's enjoyment to talk about stories. But when it's like pulled out, that Ere, talk what you did, I don't know, in there last year somewhere, then it's very difficult to find this memory when it doesn't arise. Then you automatically start to tell the story, and it is really felt as a story. Nothing really happened. There wasn't New Year Eve, there wasn't Christmas, there wasn't traveling, there wasn't nothing. It's just this boring
Boring.
I have heard that it sounds boring. So what you're gonna do, what you're gonna speak, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not special enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be special.
But it's liberating. Yeah. Nothing special anymore. No one special anymore.
No, it's the end of specialness, one could say, I guess. But, yeah, the person wants to have bells and special things and yeah, sure. It's always like it's a bit like when you say how it is, one could say, the person wants want not to hear how it is. They want to hear that fairy tale, that there is still hope and there is still dreams and there is it can be better than this and yeah, it's more interesting when you tell a story of Pinocchio or whatever fairy tale. Don't know if you know Pinocchio. But,
yeah, I know.
Cinderella or some other fairy tale, then the person might be interested. Yeah, but when you say how it's apparently is, then most of the time it's not special enough.
And they also want tools, practices. Tell me what they can do.
Yeah, that's basically what they want. That's why, of course, they are not doing that, but they turn, when these words are here, or when they hear these words, they turn it into a concept and to use it as a tool, of course, to apply it to what they believe it's their life. So it's
yeah, but it doesn't lead to anywhere. As then the me is doing this. It's like this tangle carrot. Even when I have said that, no, you can't do nothing. Ere didn't do anything. Okay, then I don't do nothing. Then you are doing, not doing. Yeah.
It's can be like
disappointment. Nothing to give, nothing to get. It is already the case. It's already
and nobody, or they sometimes just hear half of the story when you say there's no one to do that. They just, or they receive it as, so I cannot do anything. Oh, it's not you can do anything. There is no you to do that. So, but they cannot hear that, or
no.
It can be. So, did you rob a bank? Now there is no one left anymore, or?
No, I'm too lazy for that.
Okay. Neither did I. So maybe we can dream or not, if it happens or not, how to rob a bank. Yeah. When there's no one left anymore. Well, okay. No bank robbery.
No.
Oh.
But I can't even say that it will never happen because I don't know.
No, of course not. You never know what tomorrow brings. Yeah. So let's see. But if you do, maybe you can share a bit, right?
Sure, why not? Of course.
Okay. Cheers to that. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to talk about this, even it's cannot know. Yeah, it's that's in a way it's weird. Maybe one could say it can be such a joy to talk about this, which cannot be talked about. Yeah, it can be like that. When there's no one, when there's the feeling of being a person, maybe it's not that enjoyment, but
but it's like effortless. It doesn't need any effort to do this. Like when the me is doing something, teaching someone, it's lots of effort, and then to show off that or show out that you are this peacefulness, and when you do this, when I'm teaching you, then you get this also. But it's so exhausting, like so exhausting. Maybe then going to the home and drinking wine or crying or whatever, and then put the mask on and show goes on. But this is like effortless, and no one isn't doing it. And
because
people don't even listen this, that when I'm saying almost in every video that I'm not doing this, then they are still, there is someone who are asking why you're doing it, why you are doing it. No one's doing it, it just happens, just energy, I don't know, flow, no one is holding back anything, no one is controlling anything, just what happens. If here is me, probably there wasn't these videos happening at all, as I don't I afraid talking in cameras in a story, that I afraid.
Okay.
So when I'm doing this, here is also always some nervousness when I'm doing this. But I can't do anything about that also. It is as it is. If it dissolves one day, it dissolves. If not, then...
Yeah. You're nervous right now, or?
Yeah. Little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, for the person, it's like when you're feeling like a person, they see other persons. Yeah. So they it's hard to imagine that no one's doing that, and it's like we said before, it's like a knowledge bank, and they often believe that this came from knowledge. They have nothing to do with it. But,
yeah,
that would be funny.
It sounds like knowledge. It sounds like knowledge, but
yeah, but it's really from nothing.
Yeah,
that's why it's effortless, because you don't have to refer to, or how is this, or how is that, or how did I say, or whatever. It's just not the case. But for them, it may look like that. That's how the apparent persons, the system works. It's also the fulfillment. The more I know, the better I can experience this world, or whatever it's. Yeah.
But eventually, you can't run away for the death. Death is always here, and it's good to die before.
I want to graduate. I want to graduate from the Enlightenment school. Yeah, I want to have I don't know, diploma. How you say diploma? To put it on my wall. I've graduated, and now I'm enlightened. I want to know that. Yeah.
So something more to add to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But there is nothing.
Nah, that's why you cannot know this. You can. Yeah.
Unknowable. How you can know when there is no separation? It's like Alan Watts, I think, said somewhere that you can't know the universe. To know the universe, you have to step out from the universe to exactly know what the universe is, but no one can do this.
Yeah.
No one separate. No one knows, and I don't know. I have said also, I don't know where this speak is coming or talking happens, because there is no thinking, just automatically boom, 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 and lots of time blackness or blackout, that I don't remember what I was saying, or even I can lose all memory and I don't remember what I was saying. So then it's like little pause, and is coming something or not? We wanted to talk also, I wanted to talk about training.
About?
But training?
Training.
Yeah, training.
Training.
Workout,
yes.
But I think I keep it for next time. If that will be next time. No one knows.
How to lose your belly fat in 10 steps.
Yeah. In non-dual way.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah. And we have to think about the price tag then, right?
Yeah.
Then then we can sell it.
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Let's do that.
If you didn't rob a bank in the meantime.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
yeah.
Otherwise, you don't need the money anymore, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Then you get the money. You are you have done so lots of work in the gym.
Sure.
Haven't deserved it yet.
That's sure. Yeah, that's it. You have to. How do you say that? You have to be worth it.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to deserve it.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. That's also a big thing in the apparent spirituality. Yeah. That you have to be worthy to whatever. Yeah. Such a lot of.
But you are never enough.
That's it.
The me is
basically
not the sense of me. This I. It will be. I think I'm not. I don't know, of course, but there is never enough. There is always something missing, and at least here it feels it's this feeling of being separate, not being the whole and complete. Something is always missing. What was longed here.
Yeah, it's always like when from the moment there's the feeling of being a person, there's a search going on. Either is it in work or whatever the search is, knowledge or it's always like to try to close the gap which isn't there. Yeah, for the person it seems
I wanted
always
to say something. I was searching some sentence as you just said.
Yeah,
this gap, there is no gap, there is no division.
No, of course not. But it's and often they don't know it's because when the illusion of I is no more and some thoughts arise, then it's so obviously that all the apparent past was like that, always searching for something, but didn't know at the time that it was like that. You can it's only seen when it's seen, and then in a way it's obvious, one could say. Yeah, to search in to make a career or whatever you want to achieve at that time. But when that happens at that apparent time, one couldn't see it. No, they so it is.
Oh, cheers.
It was nice to talk to you.
Yeah, so, same.
How long we are talking now?
About 1 hour.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
this right. Timelessness when I don't know, sometimes 1 hour feels like 10 hours, sometimes like 10 minutes. It's doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. This whole message doesn't make any sense.
No.
It's not really.
Exactly.
It's not really a message also, but the words, it's totally empty. Everything is totally empty and meaningless, one could say. Right? Yeah. So this is totally meaningless. But in a way, it's also nice to talk to you.
It's just unconditional love expressing this way. Whatever is happening is always unconditional. Apparently, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That was a long time ago. Yeah.
But maybe we talk more, and then we can talk about trainings and other stuff and nothing.
See what happens or not. Yeah.
Okay, I will shut down the recording right now.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye-bye.